Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about how we achieved this ruching at the underbust of this underbust to the lower upper hip of this dress. So now we start. Okay, so first off, we are going to be drawing our pattern on paper first before we put take it to the fabric. So now the full length of the dress is 59 and a half. So I have marked it here. So I'm cutting it off now. Okay. So we're going to just put the lady's measurements. Okay. So her shoulder is something that's 8.5. Then I add extra half inch for shoulder joining to square the measurement all the way down and continue. So uh, I'm using an armhole distance of 9 inches for her. Her bust line is 12 inches. Her under bust is 17 inches. Then her half length is 18 and a half. Now okay, her half length, sorry, is 19 inches. Then her hip line is 10 inches. I'm using 10 inches after the waist. And the round knee, that's the knee area, the knee region, the upper knee, I'm using 11 inches after the hip. Okay, so let's continue. Her bust is 47 and a half inches. So I'm already adding I'm going to make it 48 inches, and I'm adding my 1 inch allowance already. Her on the bust is 43 inches, which is 10 and 3/4, and I'm adding my 1 inch already. Now the dress doesn't have that, so I'm not putting that. Her waist is 44 inches and her hip is 52 inches. Her round knee area, the knee region, is 42 inches, and I'll remove an extra 2 inches, making 40 inches at the bottom for a penciled look. Okay, so now we are going to be putting all our measurements in place. My method of stitching, I use freehand for my drafting. Okay, so for her, because it's a boat neck, I'm using 5.5 inches by 3.5 inches for the neckline. Okay, Then your shoulder slant. And so we continue. Okay, so now we just blend it so that it looks natural. I'll do a bit of blending here too so that it looks natural. Okay. Then we do our armhole curve. Okay. Then I want to adjust the neckline a bit. Mhm. Yeah, perfect now. Okay, so this is our shape, our the basic um dress shape of our client. So now we're going to be cutting it out first off. Okay, before we cut it out, I think we should do our slash points because the dress is a slash and spread dress. Is a the ruching at the from the underbust to the lower hip was done by slashing and spreading. Okay, so now let's continue. We This her underbust. Her underbust is 17. Okay, so we're going to make the we're starting from directly under the bust, and we're going to make the ruching 7 inches wide. So that's 17 plus 7, that's 24. So this is the area that we're going to reach. Okay, so you can see that it's from the underbust to the upper hip that we are reaching. So now we draw our slash points, spread points, slash points. I'm going to be using, okay, so I'm going to be using 1.5 inch distance for the slash points. Okay, Okay, so these are my slash points. So now we cut. Okay, so as we cut the body, the full body, we are now going to we're going to cut out the slash points. I'm going to cut it all the way because we're cutting it all the way because the ruching is on both sides as we noticed, right? Okay. Okay, so now we are here. Now, so for us not to mix things up now, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to label them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So now, what we're going to do now is, personally, what we're supposed to do is now to put, put our spread distance, and now draw another, mark another, put another paper and get our, draw the new shape. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing it straight on the fabric. Okay. Okay, so now we are placing the paper on the fabric. Okay, so we couldn't do it on the table because the table wasn't long enough for the fabric, and we are giving a spacing of 1.5 inch for each spacing. Okay, so we're giving 1.5 inch for the spacing, and we are putting, so this is how we are slashing, this is how we are spreading it, 1.5 inch spread for each spacing. So after we are done with this, we'll now cut the fabric, or as in we'll outline the new shape and cut it accordingly. Okay, so this is what we are doing now. You can see, so this is slash and spread method, and since the ruching is by the two sides, we are slashing it all the way open and doing this. Okay, so this is how the spread looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. So now we want to draw out our dress. We want to draw out the pattern. So when you get to this point, you don't just because of the fact that by the time, because of the way we have to still compress it after, you don't just you don't just draw a straight line. At every spread point, you draw a kind of like a triangle. At every spread point, you draw a triangle. So this is how it looks like, so that you know your points. It's also another way to know your spread points. Okay, and for everything to balance when you compress it. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. Okay, so we're going to cut now. Remember, I already put the sewing allowance in on the paper. Okay, so you now remove your paper. You remove the paper and your pins. So this is what it looks like now. All right, this is what it looks like now. So by the time we gather it and we are done with the dress, we'll show you the end result. Okay, so this is the result of our ruched waist dress. So you can see how beautiful it is. We hope you would try yours. Thank you for watching. Bye.